Hello everybody and welcome. We are back with Kinkoi again for the part 2. And oh my god, first part should be better this time. Shouldn't be as fuzzled. Alright. Now we're back to the last part we left off on. So here we go. We're gonna go right into this real quick. Phew. Managed to make it until lunch break. I was beat.
これで半日終了ですね。いかがでしたか、オーロ君。初めてのノーブル学園の授業は。
How should I put it? Everything more or less went over my head.
我が校は偏差値70を少し超えるところですから、慣れないうちは戸惑うやもしれませんね。
Maybe that's why I couldn't keep up. To be perfectly blunt, my old school had horrible test scores. I couldn't retain anything the teacher said.
そうですか。それが僕の教科書をたった3時間で落書きだらけにした理由で。
Oof. Sorry, I was bored.
困りますよ、オーロ君。いくら庶民とはいえ、そちらも礼儀ですね。
But I couldn't stop mid-doodle. Weren't you watching me and giggling anyway?
それは。
Come on. Jeez. I forgot his name. Kikuchio? We're just gonna call him Kiku. Kiku for short. Look at these doodles of Ishikawa. God, these names, man. Ishikawa Takuboku's face. There we go.
いいかん、僕としたことが偉人の顔を笑うなどと貴族の風上にも。
Hello, I'm the new Ishikawa Takuboku.
すっかり菊千代くんと仲良くなったわね。
Yeah.
いえ、消しゴム。ああ、キュリー夫人が裸に。
あー、キュリー夫人って横向いてるから、胴体書き足す系の落書きは腕の見せ所だよね。
Drawing. Jeez, Ishikawa Takuboku's smooth face is a piece of cake, but this takes real talent. Pretty good, huh?
うまい。
うまいとか、それよりなぜ裸なんです。
Because her clothes were a pain.
おっぱいがおばあー
Well, there he goes. Off he goes. What a weird guy.
予想はしていたけど、オーロは友達を作るのが得意ね。私が間に入るより先に仲良しさんが増えちゃうなんて。
It helps that he doesn't complain about anything I do. Besides,
また仲良さそうに。一末目。
我が子を切ってのノーブル、六音寺くんにまで慣れ慣れしくしていたわよ。
other than Kiku, my classmate's food was less than stellar. With half a day elapsed, two distinct sets of eyes were directed at me whenever we had a break and I spoke with Sylvie. The first set of eyes, which belonged to Reine and Kiku, were favorable. Well, Reina and Kiku. They weren't entirely sold on me yet, but I couldn't be all bad if Sylvie liked me. The second set of eyes was harsh. My classmates saw me as nothing more than an annoying commoner trying to butter up Princess Sylvia. What a pain in the butt. Well, this was only my first day. Maybe I could turn things around.
それよりシルビー、今日はどうする？わかってる？今日こそメロンパン日和だわ。
Oh, they're gonna sneak out again? Can we just have eggs now? Pick up the bread?
なんだよ、また行きたいのかよ。参りましょ
う。なりません。
Oh, thank you, Ellie.
昨日あれほど申し上げたではありませんか。学則はこの学校に通う限り絶対のもの。破ることは王室の品格にも関わってくると。
それはでもメロンパンが。エルチンおこだね、おここだね。しゃあないシルビー、今日は諦めなよ。私一人で行ってくるから。今日はビッグナックかな。
No, she's going to McDonald's.
痛い髪引っ張んなつに。
妃殿にまで王室の品格を求めるつもりはない。だが学則の違反は進められません。
ビッグナックの気分なのに。
なりません。ほら、参りますよ。食堂の席は確保してあります。
仕方ないわね。オーラ、お昼ご飯はどうするかしら。さあ、気が向いたら食堂に来て一緒に食べましょう。
Oh, shit. I forgot to say my lines. Shit, let's go back. Can I go back? I can't go back. Shit. Just ignore the fact I skipped my line. Sure. Gotta be. Off they went. Now then. Now that everyone I considered a friend had left. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, yeah, ka. Oh. For some reason, there seemed to be more girls nearby. They appear to be gathering around. Oh, God damn it. Yugasaki, who sat near me and were exerting some strong waves in my direction.
なんだか今日は食欲がそがれるわね。薄汚い匂いがどこからか漂ってくる。そうよね。ですわね。マストで気になるわ。あら、市松さん、いらしたんですか？お昼ご飯はどこで？私たち、今からここで食べるんです。にしても見てください、窓の外。今日はとてもいい天気。どこで食べても美味しいでしょうね。
Yup. The harsh reality of my new school life had fully sunk in within half a day of transferring in. Everything was all well and good as long as I scribbled the day away, but the real danger was apparently during breaks. Where the heck was I supposed to go? Oh. After walking around the school for over half an hour, I finally found a nice looking spot. And no one was around. The sign of the door did say the roof was off limits, but... Woo, nice and relaxing. It was great to be alone. I was sick of everyone eyeballing me, so I'd rather take a quick rest God, I can't speak sometimes. What a hassle. There was nowhere for me to go. To be honest, I relied on Sylvie the second I was driven out of the classroom, headed for the dining hall. Even so, I didn't fit in there either. Sylvie and the others had taken the best seats in the back of the dining hall. They were surrounded by plenty of fancy-looking men and women. A commoner like me likely wouldn't be welcome. I obviously wasn't shameless enough to waltz all the way to the back of the room in that social climate. Being new to the school left me in a bind with nowhere to go. Thank goodness the roof was open. So I had half a day to go. Noble Private Academy. Certainly did seem to defy all expectations. Actually, I had done research online to brace myself for this yesterday. This academy had connection to various fields which enabled it to conduct its expert planning. Not only could one receive an exceptional education by attending this school, but they could also establish business relationships in their field of choice. Oh god, my seat fell. Okay. The richest, most distinguished, and influential people were lured here, making Noble Private Academy into one of the most elite schools in the country. It was the sort of academy that all of the nation's elite were eager to attend. That only made someone without any such rank like myself appear all the more inferior. All men are created equal in the eyes of heaven. But even if heaven did not make anyone superior or inferior, society would. It was just the way the world worked. In a certain sense, I could experience realistic human society firsthand while still a student. It may actually have been a well-designed educational facility. It was pretty insufferable being put on the inferior side, though. Luckily, the weather was as fantastic as... Oh, shit, I already forgot her name. Yogasaki said. My meal was tasty too. Yeesh. This sucked. I practically scarfed down my lunch. Better hang out on the roof until the last second. Going back to class now would be like being thrown to the wolves. Ignoring the fact that I'd been branded a commoner, it's understandable. It's understandably hurt to be told I stunk. I would just kill some time. And then I suddenly realized it stunk. What the hell? This rooftop reeked. Ugh. This rooftop reeked. Did it smell because of the gigantic water tank? No, it couldn't be. This wasn't the smell of humidity or rust, but of something more familiar and almost suffocating. Cigarettes? I looked around me. There was no one else around, or anyone who was smoking for that matter. Maybe it was coming from below? Smoking. Well, it clearly had to be a teacher. Smoking was prohibited at almost all schools nowadays. Though, considering what a haven for the high-minded Noble Academy was, I assumed they'd be apt to burn you at the stake for smoking in particular. Oh well, guess it doesn't matter. I went back to the classroom in the nick of time. Luckily, all the girls had left the scene. And there was even someone here I could talk to. You erased drawings? I wish you'd leave you'd left New Ishikawa Takuboku, though. It's the first piece I've been proud of in ages.
やめてください。偉人を冒涜するような真似は旧石川啄木であるべきです。
It's not like the former became his new identity or anything. You haven't erased Madame Curie, though. Hmm?
これはその制作者である君の気持ちも考えて残しておいてもいいと思いました。決してそのおっぱいとかが理由ではないですよ。本当ですよ。
You like Oppai too, huh, Kiku? Fine. Whatever you say.
ただいま。お腹いっぱいばい。
シルビー様、歯を磨く時間を作るようにともあれほど。
All three of them came back.
ただいま、オーラ。ねえ、オーラ。午後からはどうする？
What do you mean?
この学園、午後からの授業はエキスパートプランって言って全部自由選択だよ。
Ah. Half the day was expert planning. That was mentioned in my transfer student guidelines, wasn't it? For free to choose, does that mean skipping's an option?
強制はされていないが安心しませんね。
Looks like I had no choice. But I wasn't really into anything in particular at the moment. Wait, not but. What sorts of choices are there specifically? For example, what do all of you do?
私はピアノの時間に当てているの。でも一人じゃつまらないから音楽総合でみんなに混ざってやっているわ。被服業種科目総合選択。なんだっけ？ファッションのやつ。
That sounds about right.
私は体育総合に。
エル、今日は部活動の子たちがこの時間も来てほしいと言っていたわよ。
ですが。
ダメ。エルはフェンシング部の期待のエースなんだから。
自分は部に属したわけではありません。なまらないよう厄介になっているだけで。
いいから王女様の命令よ。
わかりました。あちらに参加します。
Music, fashion, and fencing. Maybe I should do one of the same. The wording on this swordplay sounds manly and adventurous. Really, what is it that you actually do? So it's fashion, swords, well, fencing, not swordplay, lewd. What was Sylvie's again? God, how did I forget? Show me the logs. I need the logs. Oh yeah, music. Damn. Now, who do I technically want to be my romance in this playthrough is the real question. Who should I go down the path with? Should I go for the princess right off the bat? The knight? Or the fashionista? You know, to be safe, let's go down the ladder. Let's go down the music. Maybe they'll let us go with all three, well, with one each, one day. So, let's go with Sylvie. I'm counting on you. Anything musically related seems easy enough to get into.
楽しみ。
Someone looked less than amused, but I decided to ignore her. Fashion invention didn't really click with me, but it could be a good icebreaker for conversational purposes. And so, we headed for the classroom. What does a musical ensemble do exactly?
今日は合わせることはないはずだから、初めてのオーロでも大丈夫よ。オーロは何の楽器で参加するの？
Ah, shit. Instrument. I was naive. Noble Academy was designed to cultivate top-notch students in every form or fashion. It would be fine if I were a second-rate student. However, I could only blend in with the rest of the class if I actually had some semblance of musical know-how. Thank goodness it was only my first day transferring in. I played it up like I'm weighing my options and got them to treat me like someone just taking a tour. Given the occasion, I watched Sylvie. I like these little chibi designs. They're adorable. She tapped away at the ivory keys with the pads of her fingertips. Everyone else put serious effort into playing their respective instruments, but wow. She was breathtaking. There were other pianists in the group, specifically 2 men and 7 women. But Sylvie stood out spectacularly among the rest. She didn't just look the part. She was fantastic. The others couldn't possibly hold a candle to her beauty or gorgeous figure, and the mere act of Sylvie placing her hands upon the piano was captivating enough that I desperately wanted to make a painting out of it. That was just the tip of the iceberg. She was also an incredible pianist. I found comfort in the light, yet graceful when she moved her fingers along the keys. This wording confuses me right here. Even an amateur like myself could tell. Sylvia was already a top-notch pianist.
さすがシルビア様ね。本当に滑らかだわ。ピアノってこんなに滑らかに音が出るものなのね。
ウィーンの VSO がすぐにもメンバーに入れるとおっしゃったそうだけど、王族相手のお世辞ってことはなさそうだね。
Everyone else spoke her praises too. Sylvie really was an incredible girl. Oh God, they're gonna make me say this again. The 9th Sortelge princess, Sylvia Le Cruzcrown. A beautiful, uninhibited, somewhat willful, and rash princess. That was the impression I had of her based on her behavior from yesterday. But she had a powerful charisma that the knights admired so dearly. That wasn't something she earned merely through her status as a princess. All of the knights had fallen in love with the person she was. Watching her here and now made that abundantly clear. Taking a step further, that explained the hostile glares I got from my classmates for being on friendly terms with Sylvie. It wasn't so much out of a disbelief that a woman like her, who was so out of my league, could get close to someone like me, but more so their own inability to speak with Sylvie fueled their childish, simple jealousy towards me, especially since we were of the opposite sex. Where did her charisma come from? I couldn't say for sure since we'd only known each other for a day, but a sliver of that charm could definitely be found in these piano skills.
おしまい。
Before I knew it, Sylvie concluded her musical performance and the students around us began to applaud. I tried to voice some impressions of my own, but
ねえオロ、私はもう満足したし、他へ行かない？
huh?
行きましょうよ。他にも見学しましょう。オーロに合う授業を見つけたいわ。
She tugged me outside by the hand. Sylvie, are you sure?
いいの。時間的にもう今日は弾けそうにないもの。それよりオーロとお散歩したいわ。
She smiled sweetly. My face is on fire. I was blushing because of how beautiful she was, right? Not because of how captivating she was, right?
ぐえ。
Oh no. Right. Though we did have a chaperone. Okay. I was like, what is this word? I remembered the word. We walked around the school together.
にしてもオーロ、楽器は苦手だったのね。どうして音楽総合を選んだの？
I can actually sing pretty well. Yo, bro. Your person voicing your voice cannot sing. Loosely translated, I felt competent when singing karaoke. Oh no. I don't even sound competent.
歌か。聞きたいわ、オーロの歌。
My throat hurts at the moment, so I won't be able to for a while.
残念。
Why would you say that? Headed back to the classroom. Are we allowed to go home now?
はい。転校初日、これで完了です。お疲れ様でした。
Oh, thank you, Kiku. So tired. I was exhausted from the bottom of my heart. Huh? It had been forever since I'd gone to school. Well, that was part of it anyways. Noble Academy was, how should I put this? Intense? Our studies, people's gazes, and the educational policies. I was worn out from how dense everything was. You could also call it enriching, but still.
すっかり録音時君に取り入ったな、あいつ。
生意気よね、庶民のくせに。
Huh. This particular aspect had undoubtedly worn me down.
大変でしたね、市松さん。
I guess.
ノーベル学園は超一流を輩出するための学園というか英才教育機関。慣れないうちは大変な思いをすると思います。別のところに移るなら全力で応援しますよ。いつでも私を頼ってください。
Thanks for the offer? Yeesh. Hey! My classmates' scornful eyes suddenly grew envious the moment Sylvia showed up. These glares felt fantastic. Definitely a relaxing effect.
ねえほら、私この後メロンパンを買いに行くの。一緒に行かない？
Melon bread, huh? Something sweet does sound good. Oh, sorry. I really need to finish moving into my new place and getting unpacked.
そうなの。残念。
I'd actually like to ask you a favor. Would you help me unpack?
それも面白そうかも。
シルビーを走るの？我らがソルティレージュ第9王女シルビア様に対しユニークな提案ですね。
That's not it. Go enjoy your melon bread, Sylvie. It's not like I had any large items or luggage, so I'd probably be fine. Oh right, my luggage aside, I still haven't heard where I'll be staying.
エキスナが説明したはずでが。
She explained it, but I'm not sure where it's actually at. Some of my stuff has already been delivered too. I'd assume I'm moving into the academy-owned dorms, right? Where are they? Russell. The whole classroom seemed to stir. Even Kikuchiyo was acting weird.
手続きをしたのは私たちだが、何か問題が？
カバレロ様が。
いえ、問題というわけではないのですが。
It looked like he was struggling to elaborate further.
綾香。早く帰るわよ。
What the heck was going on?
寮に案内したいが、今日はフェンシング部に顔を出す約束をしていて。
僕が案内しますので、ご心配なく。
かたじけない。
On that note, headed outside with Kiku.
そこのところでもう横にそれます。見落とすと分かりにくいですね。
I see. Although our destination was nearby, we took a path that was easy to get lost on. Having Kikuchiyo around to act as my guide was a huge help. And then... There's something unusual about the dorm. I asked him point blank. It was probably difficult to talk about it in front of Ella-san. Ellie-san, who was the one who referred me, but...
はい。決して問題があるわけではないのですが。本来、ノーブル学園は全寮制。生徒は全員、寮に入ることが予定されていました。
Oh, it's not now? The school advertised it as such before it officially opened its doors.
全校生300人分の寮は予定されたのですが、設計された建物は一部屋3人で入るものでした。
Oh.
これが生徒たちから不評を買ったのです。たった12畳の部屋に3人は住めないと。
That sounds like rich people. I guess that would be a little tiny for some, but was it really that big of a deal? The way I saw it, a room like that would be massive for a single person. Then again, the rich may feel differently. If it were 200 square feet, then that would mean each person would be given about 71 square feet of space. That would feel kind of cramped.
学園側はその要望を組み、一人一部屋。結果、寮の収容人数は100人まで減ることになりました。
What about the other 200?
丘を下ったところにあるアパートを学園が買い取って当てているそうです。まあそこを使っているのは30人くらい。他はマンションを買うか、3年間駅前のホテルを借りるかする方が多いですが。
Of course rich people would do that. Oops. Where are you staying?
うちの152番目の別荘がすぐそばにありまして。
Of course. Oh my god. This hoity-toity sounding conversation continued, but I could accept anything after befriending a princess not 24 hours prior. I'm surprised I managed to get a room at the dorms then.
ゲスト用として常に5部屋を空けているようですよ。もし諸外国のセレブが転入を望んだとき、迅速に受け入れられるように。
Pretty calculating of them. That means getting a room here is more difficult. Wouldn't it be an issue for a commoner like me to move in?
そう思ってらっしゃる方も多いやもしれません。やはり寮は便利なので、望んで入れない方は毎年多いです。
I only got in due to God. Extenuating circumstances. That's what the word is. Extenuating. So I guess everyone was expressing their dissatisfaction with the system by directing it at me. Oh well. Maybe that was inevitable.
ただ、それより問題なのは。
Really?
はい。こちらが本題です。さっきも述べた通り、寮から溢れた方は丘の下に住むしかない。つまり、毎朝この坂道を登らなければならない。
It's not really steep, but it is long. Like, the academy was fairly deep in the foothills, so it was a ways off. I hadn't really noticed it yesterday, but the thought had occurred to me earlier this morning. Anyone who lives in the dorms has a much shorter commute. Is that why they're jealous?
ええ、やっかみもそうです。だがそれ以上に体力の話です。自然と寮に住める人間を選ぶときは、レディーファーストが適用されるのです。
Oh no.
本当に来たわ、あの庶民。
I'm stuck in a dorm with all females. Oh no.
ここって女子寮じゃありませんの？名目上は男女共用。もともと男女全員が入れる仕様ではあるんだよ。今はマストで女子オンリーなだけで。
Seriously? Inside was a garden of women. It was high time for people to get home from school. Droves of students were heading inside, but they were all women.
明文化されたことではないので、カバレロさんたちには伝わっていなかったようですね。
Perceiving pretenses and reading the mood is a large part of the Japanese culture after all.
逆に読めないこともまたシルビアさんやカバレロさんの魅力かもしれませんね。
Kiku. How did they not know?
では僕はこれで。
She's gonna leave me like that, Kiku? Wait, don't leave me! And he's gone. I got Kiku as he tried to escape.
話してください。この空気耐えられません。
No shit! Of course it would be with all these women eyeballing us. Shut up, don't run away, my lord. A commoner's in trouble, my lord.
そう言われては貴族として放っておくわけには。
Yes! Thank goodness he was used as a handle. Oh no. While I had my hands full with him, everyone had begun to glare at us with a fierce intensity.
何君、この寮に何か用？ここ女の子しかいないんで、入り口で立ってると変な目で見られますよ、先輩。
Yeah. Headed to the corner. What a pain. It was unofficially a woman's dorm. Even with two men standing outside, no one assumed I lived here. The dorm itself was what you expect from a rich school and was more than adequate for students to live in. It looked more like a hotel than a dorm, especially with how pristine and well decorated it was. The second you walked through the front door, there was a terrace where students could relax. Was that a convenience store inside? It even had a Starbucks looking coffee stand next door. Oh my god. I heard of rich schools having convenience stores on campus before, but I assumed it was rare for them to also be inside the dorms themselves. Oh, there were even restrooms inside the shop. The placards on the bathroom doors depicted a little man in blue on one and a red woman on the other. The right door led to the men's bathroom, which meant that this was not a woman's dormitory.
いやー、最近ちょっと硬くてさ。お野菜もちゃんと食べなきゃダメですよ、先輩。
These young women walked in like it were only natural, though, which meant the men's bathroom was fair game. It was painfully clear to me now how unwelcome men were here, and judging by their stares, something peculiar had entered the mix. A boy sneaking around the women's dorm made sense. Was I seriously going to live here? Could I possibly get the 100 people who lived here to accept me?
市松さん、ようこそ。
Oh gosh. Ah, hi. A familiar face had come to greet me.
本日からここにお住まいだそうで、クラスだけでなく、寮生としても同窓ですね。よろしくお願いします。
Oh no. Oh, yeah.
見ての通り、今や女子寮と化している場所ですので、よっぽどずうずうしくても男子の身では入りにくいかと思いましたが、歓迎しますね。別のお住まいを探すならいくらでも協力しますので、いつでもおっしゃってください。おっと、その前に新しい学校を探す方が先ですか。
Despite her sneakily aggressive tendencies, compared to the bizarre glares from everyone else, I was grateful to have her here. Just because she knew my situation.
あ、そうそう。今さっきですけど、今現在寮に住んでる女子全員に市松さんがここに住む旨と事情をメールしました。
Oh no.
あの彼、ここに住むのかい？ここ、女子寮なんじゃないんですか、先輩？本人の強い希望によりゲストルームへ。ドン引き。
What? No, no, I'm scared of this one already.
近づいちゃダメ。まだ虚勢もしてないのよ。転校初日からあのシルビア王女にちょっかいかけたという命知らずなオスなのよ。
Excuse me. Excuse me. I know what that word means. I'm scared.
私たちも危ないんじゃ。
Oh, she was in question mark, so that means we'll get to meet her later on in the story. What did her email say? Show me.
レディの失神を除くなんて褒められませんよ。
Sneak, sneak. Wait. Kiku! Oh, you bastard. Noble.
すいません。しかしもう無理です、庶民様。貴族を家に帰らせてください。
あらあら。入居した庶民はあの六音寺の御曹司を相手に怒鳴り散らすほど凶暴な
Oh my god, no.
送信。
R.I.P. Damn it. That's enough. How about you tell me where my room is?
ええ。こちらへどうぞ。
God, she's such a bitch. I headed toward the terrace while bearing the full brunt of their stares. There were clusters of rooms on the other side of the terrace, but the room she guided me to was the closest to us on the first floor. The room was at least 214 square feet. It was huge! Not only had my luggage been delivered, but several pieces of furniture were already assembled and ready for me. Oh. Phew.
こんなところでしょうか。
Yeah, I'd say so. I opened the two cardboard boxes and rearranged the provided furniture.
こちらの段ボールは
Just some recreational and hobby related stuff, so be careful.
そうですか。では、手伝いもここまでということで。
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Kikuchio. I feel like I kind of turned you into an errand boy.
いえいえ、困っている庶民を助けるのは貴族の務めですから。もっと言えば、今外に出られませんから。
That's true. Since this room was closest to the terrace, we could clearly hear all the faint ramblings coming from the other side of the walls. There were a decent number of girls chatting amongst themselves about my new room. It wasn't so much about my room specifically, but more so the fact that a savage commoner screamed and forced his way inside a woman's dorm. I already had my hands full with my crappy classmates. I didn't expect things to be just as suffocating here too.
もうしばらくお邪魔させてください。ほとぼりが冷めた頃、こそっと帰ります。
Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I felt guilty for causing him so much trouble, especially when he had only just met. Especially since we had only just met.
うん。
With that, Kikuchio looked around the room.
やはり、これといった品はなし。どれも既製品ばかり。オーロ君は、やはり皆さんのおっしゃる通り、特徴のある家柄ではないのですね。
You can just be blunt and say I'm poor.
そうですね。貧乏です。
Hey. At least you're all honest. I'm starting to get a better read on you the more time we spend together. He wasn't a bad guy, but he was severely lacking in the common sense department. Probably like the rich guy from the earlier manga chapters of Kochikami? Kochikami.
こう言うと失礼ですが、クルス・クラウンさんとはどこでお知り合いになったので？ 昨今はインターネットはじめ出会いの場は多いですが、にしても気になってしまいます。
Well, we kind of ran into each other on the street, started talking, and became fast friends. I hadn't lied.
そうですか。縁は稲もの味なものですね。
More or less. I had no interest in joking around with Kiku about this topic any further. Oh, right, I wasn't sure, so I should probably ask. Is Swordtail-ge really some sort of, like, gigantic country? I'd heard the name a lot, but knew nothing about the country itself. The only info I could find online suggests that it was a pro-Japanese country, which gave me little to go off of.
小さな大国ですよ。そして今後、小さな超大国になるやもしれない。21世紀の産業を考えれば、日本にとっての存在感は相当なものです。
How so?
立ち位置や地政学などですでにある程度価値の動きにくい米国中国に比べればずっと気を使う相手かと。
I didn't know much about inter-country affairs, but I got that it was probably astounding.
ソルティレージは現在、人工知能プログラム、仮想通貨のブロックチェーンプロトコルなど、ソフト技術で世界を席巻しており、日本は飛行機、リニア、水素発電とハード技術で世界からの需要で溢れています。さらにソルティレージには複数の特許的優位な軍需産業も。
Like that toy they turned into a high-powered laser weapon?
これら軍需企業が日本の技術をいくつか欲しており、同時に軍隊および軍需産業を持てない日本にとって提携するのに非常に旨味のある相手でもある。お互いのアピールポイントの都合、そして何より共に皇室王室と歴史の境を大事にする国民性から両国は極めて良好な状態を築いています。何でもソルティレージ王室の第一王女は結婚相手に日本人を推薦したとか。
Oh, this is news. That's incredible. All of the technical stuff aside, Swordtail-ge seemed to have a good relationship with Japan at the state level. What would happen if things turned volatile between the two?
一生恨まれるでしょうね。ソルティレージュにも日本の全国民にも。
Oh. I was in a more astounding situation than I originally thought. Thank goodness they didn't label me as a kidnapper yesterday, otherwise they probably would have killed me.
なぜそんなことを聞くので？
Hypothetically speaking, with as good of friends as we are, what do you suppose would happen if Sylvie and I were to get into a fight or something?
やめてください。日本国民として生きた心地がしません。
Would it really be that bad? That's when I realized there was no way out of this situation anymore.
話していたら喉が渇きましたね。
Yeah, I worked up quite a sweat after moving all those boxes around. I'll grab us some drinks. Are you okay with Ramune? Ramune. I put out 2 Ramune bottles that I had brought with me. They were room temperature, but they would be perfect given how cold it was today.
何ですこれ？ジュースでしょうか？
Oh no.
買った！蓋の部分が全然取れない。硬すぎます。
Oh yeah, I did the same thing when I was a kid. He didn't seem to know about Ramune then. Ramune at all. And then...
陣中の時間だ。
Oh no! Who is it?
くず流線
I was bombarded with 9 instantaneous strikes. What's your problem?
陣中2枚よ。
Ah, thanks, I appreciate the support, but why use the punish side technique to do it? I helped myself to the soda and chips she brought with her in exchange for playing along and letting her use me as a punching bag.
うんうん。片付け終わって手伝わなくて良さそうな時間を狙ってきたけど、ちょうどっぽい？
Ah, nice. Yeah, perfect timing. Kiko was a huge help.
おや、キサキさん。
スキクちゃん。ラムネの蓋取ろうとしてるの？そんなにビー玉好きだっけ？ダーン！
Reina didn't hesitate to jump onto my bed. Hey, this is my room and I haven't even gotten the chance to use it yet.
いいじゃん、これくらい。ぽよんぽよんぽいーん。
Sounds effects don't. Ah, now she's breaking in the bed springs. She has stolen 2 of the biggest thrills you could get when moving.
まあまあ。あ、あら、キクちゃん。この部屋のトイレもう使った？
Not yet.
初トイレいただき！
God, she's taking all the first things, huh? Hey, you hold it! And the door to the bathroom was all too cruelly closed.
実はちょっと溜まってたんだよね。
Bro, you're in the bathroom, why are you talking? Hey, wait, it's my room and you're planning to take my bathroom's virginity too?
いいじゃん。さすがにボンジョルノはしないから。CC 超盛りだから。
Or just because you're not gonna take a shit, but you're gonna just piss, that makes it okay? Fine. That would leave the biggest thrill of a new bathroom intact, huh? I'll allow it, but no big ones. We're right out here, so we'll be able to hear it if you do.
オーロ君、女性のそういうことに聞き耳を立てるのはいかがかと。
You're right. I lost my cool. I walked back over to Kiku.
初ベッドとか初トイレとか不思議なこだわりがあるのですね。
You don't?
全然。
What a weirdo. Oh. I guess you'd get used to living in a brand new place if you got over 100 vacation homes.
確かに。
That's a very commoner-like sentiment, huh? Breaking in a new bed or bathroom could be exciting in its own way. It wasn't like this sort of thing happened every day. Even breaking in a new bed at a hotel could be exciting if you let it. That was apparently a sensation lost on nobles.
ああ、さっぱりした。タオル借りたよ。
Sure, if it's just a towel. Wait, her hair was wet. Hey, you even broke in the shower?
私もラムネ飲みたい。もらうね。
She rounded up the edge of her towel, used it to press in the marble, and opened the bottle with ease. She was acting like she owned the place. Yeesh.
風呂上がりはこれだ。
This pissed me off a little. What? A cute girl fresh out of the shower was relaxing on my bed. With that thought in mind, I guess I couldn't complain too much. He's still trying to open the bottle. There was a stark contrast between her and Kiku, as he was still struggling to open his bottle. Reina, are you poor?
急に何？
They came out wrong. As Kiku would say, are you more of a noble or commoner like me?
ああ。親は年収300万。うち150をパチスロに突っ込むロマンあふれる弓追い人にございます。
Simple enough of a self-introduction to follow.
そっちは？
My parents aren't much for slots, and are a bit more reliable than that. But we definitely don't have a maid or butler.
なら私側だ。
Noble Academy sure has high standards. What's your family like, Kiku?
僕への面通しが叶う執事だけで80人ですね。その下にはもう10倍ほどいるはずですが。
Shh. Got it. Open the Ramon Noble. The Ramonin. Ramone.
勝ってー。
I probably shouldn't say this, but it's strange that you're friends with a certain princess.
友情はね、どこにでも芽生えるから友情なのさ。わい、どっかの名言言いそうな誰か。てか、オーロは人のこと言えねえかよ。
I have my reasons. My three options were to lose an arm, be locked up, or become her friend. I chose the latter, of becoming her friend. Because I don't want to go to jail or lose an arm. I didn't think actually becoming friends with Sylvie was a bad thing, though. Unlike me, I'd heard that this girl had worked her way into Sylvie's inner circle the right way. She did seem to be well spoken. I had completely opened up to her in a day's time, too.
オーロも仲良くした方がいいよ。フィクション以外にも友達作ってさ。あ、そうそう。外のみんながえってさっきだってたけど、何かしたの？
I didn't. This was all just a misunderstanding. No, not so much a misunderstanding.
あやかっちにはめられた？
She asked after taking out her cell phone. It looked like she received the same email Yogasaki had sent out earlier. You know that much, then I'll make this quick. As a fellow commoner, I'd like to ask you for a favor.
みんなの誤解を解いてとかなら無理。
That was quick. She single-handedly destroyed all of my hopes. I'm begging you. They're treating me like I'm some sort of criminal.
ああ、うんうん、言われてる。
She showed me her cell phone. It appeared she was chatting with her friends outside over Luen? The hate speech seemed to be building up at an alarming rate on the other side of that door.
悪いやつじゃないくらいは言っとくよ、一応。
Thanks, Reina. I'm counting on you. That was a little comforting to hear. Huh. As far as my impressions of my first day at this new school went, the richest school in Japan sure isn't kind to commoners.
だね。
Every last one of them was making fun of commoners. Iku wasn't mocking us, but he definitely saw us as distinctly different creatures. It was probably a given in the world of nobles. That sort of behavior was one of the first things governors of certain Middle Eastern countries taught their heirs. Commoners aren't like us. They aren't human, so there is no need to pity them. They are all disposable. It wasn't irritating from a commoner's point of view, but it was an essential sentiment for nobles. It would be easy to raise a rich... magnanimous scion. I know this is a scion, but what is this word? Magnanimous scion. I'm just going with that. Magnanimous. Who might one day come to care about commoners and bring their lineage to ruin. That's why nobles educate their children that way. Perhaps it was inevitable that the students of Noble Academy who congregated here from across Japan looked down upon us commoners. I wasn't enough of a child to get angry over it. It was just irritating.
私も最初は苦労したっけ。
This has happened before? You're so chatty with everyone though. What happened?
普通に化粧の話とかで寄ってってそのまま。
Would it work out as long as you were as sociable as she was? I consider myself to be quite eloquent, but it won't be easy to recover from being thought of as a criminal.
まあ厳しい子多いけどね、あやかちとか。
She sure is. As of this moment, she was my biggest adversary. This was beyond being looked down on. She considered commoners to be a nuisance for being at this academy as well as occupying the same space as her. She was determined to drive me out and wasn't trying to hide how badly she wanted me to leave. Was she traumatized by a commoner or something?
知らない。
I noticed Reina's expression suddenly grew serious. What was that all about? No sooner did I think that, then she flashed a sudden smirk.
よかった。メンタル大丈夫みたいだね、オーロ。
ん？
転入直後につらたんだったから、 今頃真顔が止まらなくなってるかもって思ってきてみたんだけど。
Ah. Reina claimed she came by to cheer me up, so I guess she was worried about me. I'll be fine if that's all they throw at me. Sure, I was being bullied, but mercifully, rich people had an elegant way of bullying you. They didn't inflict any direct physical harm. It wasn't bad enough yet to be considered real hardship.
よしよし、それなら楽しむとしましょうか。
Huh?
オーラくんのプライベート拝見。こいつがプライベートボックス？
Oh no, please, Reina. She pulled out a sealed cardboard box. I guess she was done fussing over me. There are things inside that box I wouldn't want anyone to see, I guess.
だから漁るんじゃん。
Made sense.
ちゅうわけで、ウェイ！
She opened it up without hesitation. What was in that box again? I was in too much of a rush yesterday to really have a chance to sort through my belongings.
ねえねえオーロ、面白いもんある？エロいもん希望。
Ah. Naughty stuff. Well, I suppose there is.
えげちいのあるかな？で、一発目でおエッチなお本を発見した。
Yo, it was on top. Let's go. I am a mad lad.
おいおい、本当に出るかよ。あれ？反応なし。
I don't know whether you're some closeted porn reading perv or one of those sexy gal types, but both would be valid personalities for you.
羞恥心は？
I'm not going to act ashamed in front of someone who shamelessly digs through another person's belongings without permission. Those porno mags were a spur of the moment purchase at a convenience store, but they're pretty shabby and I don't care for them much. It would be pretty embarrassing if she saw what I was actually into, but porn you didn't care about was just flesh-colored paper.
チェ。
Reina tossed the magazine aside. Aren't you looking for something naughty?
恥ずかしがるオーロが見たいだけでおっぱいが見たいなら自分のがあるし。
Good point.
このラムネとやら、なかなか蓋が取れないな。
Oh no.
汗をかいてしまいました。
Kiku.
休憩しますか。おや、この本は一体。
Oh no. Oh, my sweet, sweet boy. Oh, the boob lover found it.
失礼な。誰がおっぱいが好きだと。おっぱいが、その、うわおっぱいがいっぱいだ。
ギクチョン体勢なさそうだもんね。
Is this your first time looking at porno mags?
当たり前です。こんな不死だらな。こんな。
Hey, he's reading through it.
うわおっぱ
You can have it. Call it a gift for helping me out.
こういう感じの反応がオーロにもあればな。あ、エロ本もう一冊発見。
I did bring a few of them after all. Wait, whoa, not that one!
なんで？そっちのと一緒じゃん。違うといえばちょっと古いのと。ページがなんかパリパリしてるね。
Oh no! Oh no! That's because, you could say that it was the first one that, tended to my needs.
このパリパリは？
I wonder why it's gooey when it comes out, but turns crunchy when it dries. Why is she smelling? Why are you smelling it? What? What are these two people? Oh my god, why would you smell it? You don't need to sniff it.
確認のために聞くけど、これって。
My partner in graduating from virginity?
最悪かよ。
How could she treat my first love so terribly? Ours to affectionately retrieve the abandoned magazine.
汚ねえな、もう。なんか他にないの？こう適度にオーロがきょどる程度の適度なエロさの。エロさの。
Man, you're really desperately trying to find something.
この段ボール全部エロかよ。
Is the box entirely porn? Damn. Huh? Seriously? I need all of it essential and packed a decent amount, but between the porno mags, DVDs, Blu-rays, and games, you're right. Well, these are all essentials, so there's no escaping half of it being porn.
探してはいたけど多すぎ。ねえ、わったく。ん？
Oh no. Did she find the princess game? What?
なんかこのエロ本エロゲエロビデオ全体的に傾向が似てない？
General theme you say.
養殖、謹慎、ハードエロ。あ、でもこっちは純愛、甘エロ、名状とオジロリ。エロの種類が散らばってるから。
Yeah, that's right. I'm not really picky, so I never got fixated on one specific fetish.
でもなんか全体に共通点がある。
Ah,
これ、女の子が全部黒髪ロングだ。
do they really? What do you mean? I haven't got a clue. Oh, but you're right. There are a lot of girls with long black hair. Wow. Coincidental bias. Sure is a scary thing, huh?
オーロ黒髪ロングフェチかよ。
Whoa. If you're implying I like Ayaka, you are sorely mistaken here, Rina. It's not a fetish, it's a certain, not extreme enough to be a fetish. For whatever reason, no matter the medium, the covers that caught my eye always ended up featuring women with long black hair.
ぶっこいても無駄無駄。なんだよ照れて。可愛いかよ。
She finally got her grubby hands on some good heckling material. My face, unsurprisingly, was beet red.
にしても黒髪ロングフェチ。あれってことはオーロ的には私みたいな髪は NG？
I wouldn't say that, but it does make you wonder why you dye it.
チェー、ブリーチって大変なんだね。
What?
あ、なんか悟った。悟り開いた。
Reina shot me an awkward smirk. What's that all about?
ほら、学園でフルボッコされても平気だったのって、うちの学園
Oh,
女子
wait a
黒髪ロングば
minute.
っかりだったからだ。
Are you implying I'm a masochist? How dare you, Reina?
てか、ここが女子寮って分かった後、びくつきながらも逃げずに住もうとしてるのも、ここの子たちほぼ全員黒髪ロングだからだ。
I feel attacked. How dare you?
下げ入ってると思って損した。ノーブル生活満喫中じゃん。
Well, Noble Academy. From what I'd seen, there were mostly high-class girls in attendance, and none of them seemed mischievous or trendy enough to dye their hair. Most of the girls I'd encountered, both at school and here or at the dorm, had black hair, so of course, I was excited. Not in any way worth mentioning. Geez.
少なくとも、あやかっちにいてこまされても平気なのは、そこが原因しょ。
Oh no. If I think about it, how much I'd like to grab onto that black hair of hers. Then I could ignore most of her nasty behavior. Man, I'm really doing this series. Well, fuck it. That must have tickled her funny bone pretty hard as Reina proceeded to smack the bed and howled with laughter.
よいせ。
She immediately started fiddling with her phone. Were you recording this the whole time? You in?
うん。寮の子全員に送信しようと思って、転入生は黒髪ロングには無条件で優しいらしいよって。
Don't you do it. Don't you do this. Knock it off. She was going to bruise my arm already. Bruise my already tainted reputation. I quickly confiscated her cell phone. Once again, Reina broke out into an uncontrollable giggle fit.
いやー、でもならうちの学園は最高だよ。うちで髪染めてる子なんてほんのちょっとだもん。私と友達に何人かと、あと彼女くらいかな。
At that moment. Huh?
ごめんなさい、もう読みません。
A loud banging noise came from the neighboring wall.
あ
That was...
あ、壁ドンかっこ隣人編だね。騒ぎすぎた。
Yeah. Sounds like Reina's laughter had disturbed them. I'd heard this was one of the guest rooms. There's someone next door.
うん。っていうか、オーロはゲストルーム使う2人目だから。
Did that mean there was another transfer student before me? What are they like?
可愛い子だよ。仲良くなるのはちょっとむずたんだけど。
Even you can't manage it? If this concentrated massive conversational prowess couldn't get along with her, then she sounded like a tough nut to crack. Maybe it would be best if I didn't get involved with her.
続きは静かに漁りますか。こっちの段ボールは
Regardless of how I felt, Reina continued digging through my belongings and opened another box filled with basic sundries.
こっちはなんか普通。
I'm just like everyone else, so that would only make sense.
漫画に漫画に漫画に漫画。あれだね。参考書的なブレは一切ないね。
Well, yeah, I'm an average guy.
うんうん。あ、これポストカード？
Ah. Crap, she saw. It was different from the manga or porn goods she'd seen before. These really were my personal items.
マリア・ビショップ。オーロも好きなんだ。
What? I figured she'd just ignore it and move on, but she continued. You know her?
知ってるも何も最近人気じゃん。日本の音楽業界最後の歌姫って。
Yeah, they do. I responded as calmly as possible. The songstress Maria Bishop. Between CD and concert sales, as well as online downloads, the Japanese music industry was unable to accurately tabulate one's popularity. However, everyone was talking about Maria Bishop. Fans seemed to lose their minds whenever a new song was announced online too. So-called divas were big in Japan some time ago. They were rampantly commercialized with CDs and concerts the moment their names got out, and would eventually be seen as nothing more than an amateur singer. We, the consumers, rejected that level of commercialization as hard as we could, but only the trillions of online views and hundreds of millions of downloads mattered, and they showed no signs of stopping. After simultaneously winning musical awards in America and the United Kingdom, Japanese TV stations and the internet became equally obsessed with Maria Bishop.
いいよね、この子。歌は綺麗だし、こびないし。
She doesn't do talk shows or anything either. Maria would occasionally appear on television, but she'd never gone on the sort of programs hosted by entertainers or sunglasses wearing old men. She would simply sing one of her songs and then promptly leave. The fact that she wasn't a sellout and made seldom appearances at massive venues over the last few years only made her even more charismatic. You could even say she had kicked the stereotype held by TV and music industry since the 80s, which felt that singers have to be engaging squarely in the butt.
財界でも有名です。事務所に迎えられれば経済効果は計り知れないとか。
でかい事務所ではないんだってね。個人かな。そういうのに全部背を向けてるのもいいのよ。
まあそれはそれでそうした売り方もあるのですが。
She's incredibly beautiful, so I'm sure she's made a killing off of good sales alone. Maria Bishop sure is great. She's fantastic.
黒髪ロングだしね。
Oh my god. Yes, she does. Don't say it. That may have been how she caught my eye in the first place. Her black hair. It looked so long, it probably reached the floor when she stood upright. Then again, it was most definitely a wig or hair extensions if it reached the floor. Maria Bishop. I had no interest in celebrities. but this was one girl I'd love to meet, even just once. Alright. Whew, I'm gonna end it here because I do gotta sleep. Because it is late for me when I am doing this. So, with that, thank you everybody for watching. That is part 2, and we will be back with part 3 in an upcoming video. So please watch out for that. So then again, thank you, and have a good day.